took Naval ROTC through the University of New Mexico with a Marine Corps option. So I could get there just as soon as I could, I guess. My dad served in World War II, and I was going to do the same thing.
I took, well, when I got there, I took over from 3 different lieutenants. One had refused an order, and they shipped him out. And there was another one that got blown off his track. And there was a third that refused another order, or somebody else, another guy. And I had to take their platoon.
One main thing that impacted me is Lieutenant Brian Weber was in Naval ROTC with me at the University of New Mexico. He was the first lieutenant at the time. And on December 8th of '68, beginning of Tet, he was killed. I had just come to 3rd Battalion, 26th Marines and asked his first sergeant for him, and Lieutenant Weber was killed yesterday. So quite a shock, very good friend of mine. My eldest son, Brian Baker, is named after Brian Weber. His company was engaged under heavy fire, and he was, I think, probably shot by a sniper because there was a lot of sniper activity in the area at the time, and shot through the forehead. And in memory of him, my eldest son is named after him.
As it got dark, I went out and just knelt and prayed. It was not uncommon for second lieutenants to be killed or wounded, and I had pretty well finished my stuff out in the field, and Ho Chi Minh had died, and everybody was having a ceasefire, but not all of them got the word. And I thought it was going to be my lucky day, and it wasn't. But there was a convoy that was ambushed, and it was our job to go break it up. And we were breaking it up, and my platoon sergeant got shot through the stomach, got his back. My second sergeant got hit right here in the Widow's Peak. My driver was shot through the cheek twice, once there and then ricocheted off my gun once, and a machine gun. And then I got shot, and I thought I had been kicked.
Historically, we have all these iconic images of the end of World War II with ticker tapes and good-looking girls reaching up and kissing sailors. All those iconic images. We didn't have a welcome home. And I think probably out of all the wars, Vietnam veterans felt the least appreciated.
When I got to New York, there was a parade and everything with one of the Kennedys was leading it. And it was over, and I went to get a beer, and they said, "No soldiers." When we got back home, everybody just, they didn't treat us bad, but they just ignored us totally. When I came home, Vicki met a vac. That was all.
Yeah, there was a little, I guess what we would call back in the day, hippie demonstration of protesters against the war. And we're getting off the plane with absolutely busting hearts of being thrilled at being home. And it, you know, there's a protester. I happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, got spit on, and it just was, you know, psychologically devastating.
What did you do?
Maintained.
What was your response?
Maintained, and I was disciplined. I was a Marine Corps officer. I had to conduct myself as a Marine Corps officer, and somehow I managed to do that. I wasn't a very happy camper. Those of us that came back very fortunate like me without being wounded, who were touched by lives that were lost, obviously had some survivor's guilt. And then to be, you know, recognized like that, it was very difficult, very psychologically painful.
I appreciate it, but I would have appreciated it more 50 years ago. I don't know if it can ever be over. We were just at the wrong place at the wrong time.